Right, I'm sat here on the doorstep. I was about to start cutting the grass, which is where I've got my it's mosquito hat on, because it's getting terrible even here in Fleon and now with mosquitoes. But I got delayed because I've had a visitor who came, so I had to stop and give him some cat mosquitoes. To give him some cat treats and the stroke, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, little hussy. He's a joy. I haven't been for a couple of weeks. I did meet him the other day when I was walking, but he hasn't been to see us for a couple of weeks now. But he must have seen me and heard me banging and crashing in the garage getting the lawnmower out, because when I came out and I was finally ready, in he came. Anyway, we're going to get on, Hussy, because the weather forecast is very bad and the grass is already very long after not very long time. Right, good morning. Out for my walk Saturday, and we've had 2 days of really heavy rain. Again, more rain, and just show you down here, down by the river, you see. It's quite high, the water, and it's actually flowing quite hard. You didn't used to see it flowing. You know, you couldn't tell that it actually flowed which direction, but now you do. And the water's up high. It's only just below the level of the path here now. So it's come up a long way, and it still keeps raining. You can see there that the grass is completely underwater. That it was didn't used to be before the summer. And here, of course, like I say, it's almost up at the level of the path. So it's very wet everywhere as well. It's not running away because it's been so wet. Anyway, you know, I am an Englishman, so of course I talk about the weather. But it has been pretty crap this summer, and we're now into September, so there's no chance of us getting any summer now at this late stage. Although we may have some slightly better weather next week, according to the weather forecast towards the end of the week, but we shall see. As I say, it doesn't really matter. We are counting down our days now. Yeah, 7 weeks and 6 days to go. So 7 weeks and 5 days, I would say. So yeah. Anyway, today we're going to go and deliver some lingonberries, and then I expect Joe's going to go to the forest. I don't know. Mew's coming later with little doggies, so we'll have some company, and then just normal weekend. Got jobs to do, things to sort out. We need to sort that roof out on the building behind the garage, which is really leaking water badly now. So we'll see if we get that done or not. I wanted to show you something I've just discovered recently. One sec. We have a sign outside the house when we have mushrooms or whatever to sell, and I've got mushrooms at the minute. And I print them out too, one on either side. But I've noticed that these little snails are very fond of the sign, and they keep eating them. Obviously it's very wet, so the sign gets wet, but the sign doesn't actually fall apart by itself. It seems to manage. But when I had to change it the other day because it was completely gone, there was so many of these small snails, and you can see them behind there as well, and they're just eating the sign. And if I go around this side, the sign is well eaten that side as well. So yeah, small snails. Anyway, enough of small snails. I'm going with my recycling. It's a weekly event, sometimes twice a week, depends how much I've got, but no, usually a weekly event. And I tend to do it on a Saturday morning because it's Saturday morning and I've sort of got time on my hands, which I don't have in the weekdays. So that's what I'm doing. Otherwise, I've been out for a morning walk and I feel like crap, and I was in the forest, so I won't be doing much after that, probably. Worms come here. Okay, Sunday, 3rd of September. We finally got a decent day for once, so I'm back out on the hedge trimming. I have actually had opportunities, but I haven't really felt very good, so I'm a bit worried about the time that I've got left, and I've got lots of jobs to do, so deciding to get on with it. So I'm attacking this upper part of the hedge furthest up from, I'm going to say, if you say like furthest up the street part, which I haven't done for several years, and it's very high, as you can see, so it's almost up to the lamp post up there, but we will get there slowly but surely. Well, it's hard going, but we're getting there slowly. I don't know how much I'll get done today, but I'm getting there. It's very hard work though. I do have these steps, that one, and this step ladder. The step ladder there is really the only one I can use because since my stroke, I have very bad balance, and I've also got very bad knees for climbing up and down, but I'm getting there. So, of course, this bit that hasn't been done for so long is so high, so it's hard work, but I'm going to have a break now and I'll be back on it in a little while. Okay, I have finished doing the outside. Now obviously I have to do the inside as well, and it's pretty hard going. I think it would be easy on the inside because most of the high stuff I've actually done already, but I'm not going to do that yet because I'm absolutely knackered. So I'm going to clear up here first and decide whether that's for another day or whether I want to carry on, but I'm pleased that we've got somewhere with it. Alright, that's me. I'm absolutely done in after cleaning up all the mess as well, but the major job is done. I've got to do the inside and obviously clean that up, but that's a lot easier because I'm not kind of pushed for when I clean it up. I can just, trim it and leave it there and pick it up another day. But on the outside here, I have to do it straight away, so it's a bit of a pain because I was already knackered before I started cleaning up. Anyway, the hedge is looking a bit more like it should. Obviously it started growing again since I've cut it, last couple of months or so, but yeah, I'm glad about that. We get there in the end. So I'm going to go in and get something to eat and have a shower and just chill out. I am absolutely knackered. Anyway, I'm pleased with my progress, that's one thing. Right, good morning. Just out on my walk, and I was just stopping to have a look at this building site where they're going to build this old people's home. It's going to take them best part of 2 years. They're just pile driving at the minute, and it's very noisy. I could hear it from a long way off. So I'm glad my house doesn't back onto this. Else I would find it a bit difficult, especially when it's time for working. there you go, pile driving. I need to get a move on. I'm actually late today. I'm starting work late because I was late getting up. I was really tired after yesterday cutting the heads and what have you, and I'm suffering a bit today, but yeah, anyway, hopefully a bit of a walk will help. I couldn't walk last night, more than a short walk. I was too tired, so get a bit of blood flowing and a bit of oxygen to my brain. Hopefully it will help. Okay, it's a bit windy, but we are in Katrinaholm. We just want to go to Specsavers over there. Both of us need to sort our eyes out. So Jav's sitting there because she was too warm in the sun. Not that it's very warm, to be honest with you, but the sun is quite nice. Anyway, we were a little bit early, so we're just sitting for a minute.
Ska vi även fotografera ögonen? Ja, men precis. Och så använder du några glasögon då, eller? Bara för läsning, ja. Mm.
Okay, well that went well. I couldn't really film too much in there after that, but Joe got measured up for 2 pairs of reading glasses, and that was very good. And I've got measured up for 1 pair of varifocals, which are called progressiva in Swedish, and I will be trying to wear them all the time. I've actually had progressives or varifocals, if you like, a long time ago, and I didn't like them. I never took to them, and ever since then I've just really only used distance glasses for driving, and not really bothered about the near thing. The problem is I've got an astigmatism, which is means, and it's getting worse. It means that I struggle a little bit to read close up, but not a problem. But it is obviously a problem because when I've read a lot on my phone or whatever, and I then look up, it can take a long time, and it can be quite difficult to focus. And when I say a long time, I mean a long time, like half an hour or something. So I really need the varifocals, so I'm going to get them, and we'll just give them a go and see how it goes with them. So because my varifocals take a little bit longer, we won't be going back until the end of next week to pick them up, but that might be very soon, the way the videos are at the moment, because there's not a lot to show. But yeah, very pleased with our trip to Katrinaholm and to Specsavers anyway. Well, my friend Hass has come to see me. I think he's after snacks now, because he was nipping at me like as if to say, come on, come on. Anyway, he's here rolling around in the sun. It's nice weather for once. Better late than never, I suppose. Good morning. It is Friday. I'm out for my walk. I was just thinking about the weather. It was really nice today. After a really, really poor summer, July and August, terrible weather. And bear in mind, last year the cold came 1st of September, had to have the heating on from the 1st of September and onwards until we left for the winter. This year, yeah, August was terrible, and eventually I had to put the heating on for a day in August. Never done before, but September, very nice, and set to be nice for a little while yet. Something to do with omegas, I'm not quite sure what, but same in the UK apparently, I think Northern Europe generally. So that's good. It means we save on the old electricity without not having to put the heating on, which is a considerable cost here in Sweden. I mean, literally, the most expensive week, or rather the most expensive month I have in Thailand for electric for 2 houses is roughly the same as the cheapest month I ever have in Sweden for 1 house, so you can imagine. it gets pretty expensive the minute I have to put heating on. And we only have electric, we don't have any other forms of power supply, so we don't have gas or anything like that, so everything runs off the electric. Anyway, what's what? Well, nothing much different. Working, walking, that's about it. Jo's not been well last couple of days, and she's a bit of a stubborn one, so she won't rest, but I forced her to rest yesterday, so hopefully she'll be feeling better with that. I think it's just a colds and flu, you know. She runs herself into the ground and then obviously is susceptible. And while I'm out on my walk, I wanted to discuss YouTube videos and my viewing figures and so on. Now, when I took a pause last winter, I got rather depressed about the state of my YouTube channel, the growth or lack of, and so on, and how it became a little bit of a, well, it was just a bit of a depressing exercise, you know, putting time and effort into making videos that people clearly don't want to watch. However, I kind of accepted that there's a core audience, and that's okay, you know. And when I came back, I started making videos again when we were still in Thailand. It went okay. However, since I've come to Sweden, the videos are just tanked, basically. Views, subscribers leaving, and I get it, you know, they're a bit boring because nothing really happens when we're here of any interest. It's not very exciting, it's not like it is in Thailand, and I get that. I think it's boring, so why should I expect anybody else to think it's interesting? However, it gets rather depressing when I put a lot of effort into it. I've just spent money that it will probably take me a year and a half to recoup back, because my ad revenue is absolutely tiny. I mean, I literally get paid once a year, and that amount just about covers what I've paid for a new editing program, which is a subscription model. So basically means I don't make any money out of YouTube whatsoever. It pays for the editing software license. However, as I say, the videos have just tanked, the views are going down, subscribers are leaving, and it makes me think that I might be better off just not making videos when I'm in Sweden, and people wouldn't then leave the channel or reject choosing to watch them when they come up in their feeds or whatever, and would therefore, when I make a new video after a while, when I'm in Thailand or in Asia, they would choose to watch that instead of just ignoring it. It's very difficult really to know what to do. I did think that I wouldn't make so many videos while I was here, not be able to do a weekly video. I had a week without, and then decided, stuff that I will try and make the effort to find something to show you for a weekly video. Now, the video that's coming out this Sunday, obviously it's come out already by the time this clip that I'm filming now is out, so I don't know the result. The video this Sunday is a walkabout in Stockholm, our capital city, and I would expect that to be a bit more popular. Unfortunately, I don't go to Stockholm very often. It's a very long way away, and the cost of getting there is expensive. I mean, you know, it's an hour each way on the train, but unlike a lot of countries, it's extremely expensive to travel. So that a round trip on the train to Stockholm would cost me about $35 US. No, more than that, $40 US nowadays, which is, you know, there's no way I'm doing that when I make $70 US a year on my YouTube, which covers my software, as I said. So I will be going to Gothenburg in the next few weeks, and I will be overnighting there. I'm going there for business reasons because our office is down there, and I probably will do a Gothenburg walkabout at some point while I'm there. I'll be staying one night there, 2 days, so that may or may not be a thing. depend on how this duck and walkabout video goes. But no, I just wanted to mention that it's just so depressing when you're I want to make videos, but you know, my videos are about real life, and real life is pretty boring at the minute, especially when I'm here. So I don't know, I'm just making a rod for my own back, I think. But anyway, that's how it is. I've just had a moan for a couple of minutes, so that'll fill up some more time on a future video that nobody will watch. So there you go. I've just been chucking my recycling. I was thinking about the weather. It's very nice now, but it's messed up. The world is messed up. Normally we would have heating on now. This far north, you know, not the best weather of the whole summer practically. I mean, notwithstanding any weather that they had before we got here. But you know, I mean, we normally come around mid-June, and since we came, I think it was the 15th of June, this is the best weather we've had by a long way, you know. And like I say, we still have the heating on now, normally would have, and it's hot. It's like hot for here. So yeah, it's all a bit messed up. Anyway, I will make hay while the sun shines and do a bit more. I almost finished my hedge now. I was out doing it yesterday. I didn't film anything. Nearly killed me doing it, but I'm almost done, which is including the part that I haven't done for a couple of years or more. So I'm pleased about that. But I'm going to get it finished, the last of it, I think, and that'll be another thing ticked off the list. Right, just above these here grapes is a job that I really want to do, and that is get rid of this satellite dish. We haven't had TV here for about 8 years, 7 years, I don't know. And the other week this bloke came trying to sell me fibre internet, which is very, very expensive here, especially if you don't live full time. But the installation cost is prohibitively expensive, and they were saying, oh, we give you 60% discount. It's still absolutely ridiculous price. Plus the packages start from, you know, about 5 times what we pay in Thailand. So yeah, I don't need it. I use mobile internet here, and I don't have cable or satellite TV, so I'm going to get rid of this once and for all. I think today is the day. Hey, there it is, gone, which I'm very pleased about. It's only been, I don't know how many years, but better late than never. The wire I will get rid of at a later stage. I'm going to use one of the holes that the wire goes through. I'm actually going to run a network cable that way, because we have to redo our network here at home. So that's another job that I'm in the middle of doing. But yeah, I'm glad about that. Out the way, out of sight, out of mind. And my hedge, as you can see, is all looking very nice. I've just got a bit to finish at the very top there. It's a bit hard to see in this light, I think, probably, but it's there in front of the lamppost. Basically, there's not very much at all left, so another job done.